It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful. Oh, fuck! $1 million question can shock a person enough to feel trapped. After the question that Toko asks, it's no wonder the mood begins in an awkward environment. However, it results to a tender and a heartwarming moment that you would forget that there's a bigger task to work on first. As compelling the chapter can be, it can leave you terrified easily. As expected, it starts off in an awkward mood. Can you really blame Kaneki though? Not only is it a relatable moment, but it's also great to see Kaneki in his old self being lost in the shuffle. He has been working too hard and has less time to be himself. It is only with Toka can stir him up, and that makes this moment charming. It's hilarious that Kaneki drops his coffee and Toka casually asks him to wipe the floor. It's like she has two different personalities in one sitting, but that's how she is. Kaneki makes it funnier with his train of thought going all over the place. I love how he was begging for Banjo or even Ayato to pull a cliche and interrupt it. It gets heated up with Toka practically offer her body to him, or at least that's how I read it. Kaneki is still lost and trying not to think you know what. My favorite part is that he dropped his coffee, yet continuously takes a sip from an empty cup. That's one way to maintain cool. Funny that he never answered the question. I guess it's still up in the air. Shame. It finally becomes serious when Toka asks him on why he continuously leaves her behind. I guess you can say this is her true attention, though it was pretty amusing to watch Kaneki getting all flustered. It's a sign for later on though. The mood then changes to more of a serious yet charming atmosphere, and this is where I remember why I am behind this pairing. I don't need to be a shipping fan to like this moment. Everything from this point on is heartwarming. Kaneki's argument is valid in a way because Toka is rash when it comes to problems, so she always goes out head first. It doesn't help that she always looks strong in front of him, though she is Toka. She's just great like that. It was that Ogiri arc that convinced him that he can't have her continuously fight when she can put herself in grave danger. In fact, it was when he told her that he will be sad if he loses her that transpired to his decision. It's a sweet irony that hits hard at Kaneki that everything he has done made Toka feel exactly the same. In other words, he shouldn't think he's the only one to feel that way. The role has been reversed in some way. Maybe now they can get together and work things out. It's no wonder why she thought of stopping him by any means necessary, which same can be said for that virginity talk. Toka with her tee-hee should have made me mad, but I just can't. It's Toka, damn it. The best part and pretty much a strong shipping moment is when Sasaki at the time actually shown visible signs of interest to Toka. She didn't realize that Sasaki was into her until she put the puzzle together. It's the same when Kaneki felt when interested in Rize. Sasaki is Kaneki, and that will mean somewhere in there his feelings for Toka is waiting to express its love. That's a really nice subtle way to say that Kaneki has feelings for her, and it didn't bother to point the obvious. It makes it charming when Toka addressed that she feels like an idiot to even feel happy that she received that look. It's another subtle way that she perhaps has developed feelings for him, which by this point is no wonder. What we have, everyone, are two idiots that don't know how to push forward with their relationship. Maybe they do, but because of circumstances, they feel as if they can't make that move now. It's possible that Kaneki blames Sasaki to give too much away, or probably makes things complicated. That all said, this was a really great scene that love isn't easy or straightforward as one would like from their wishful dream. It appears Kaneki was going to make his move until Shu interrupts it for the right reason, don't get me wrong. Gone with the shipping moment, it's time for Furuta and his star-making power. It's disgusting to see not only a pile of corpses with Ogai carrying their heads like they got back from trick-or-treating, but the fact that citizens are celebrating makes it hard to digest. Hooray for body bags! It's stunning that Ghoul look human enough, yet since they are Ghoul, it's perfectly fine. They technically got their version of Faces of Death. Regarding back to the last chapter, it comes to my mind that Furuta showed Uri around and ended with the thought of Haru's revival in order for him to keep his mouth shut and obey everything from that point forward. That's why he is there with him, looking pretty down, yet he must go with it. Yes, he is technically his right hand man, which is why Furuta needed him to keep his mouth shut as well as have him as his puppet. I'm hoping down the line Uri will break away from him, though that would require him to drop CCG entirely. He most likely threw away his ethics already, so I guess it's that or death. Perhaps take Haru along the way, depending on her position. Right now, he has to deal with this crappy display, including being seen as a pop idol. Furuta got fangirls. Seriously? He got fangirls? This is how CCG is treated now? They're like superstars. Going by those fangirls, who's going to play Sakura? The concerning movement is Kaneki tell everyone to split up and meet up the following day at one location. That sends off a creepy vibe that somewhere down the line, one of them may not return. Goat is being pressured by CCG with their stealth annihilation, so splitting up could end up doing more harm than good. I laugh at Koma stating that this seems to be a part of their life cycle. I wonder if that's a subtle hint of parallel. The chapter begins with a fun segment with Toka just messing around with Kaneki as he was trying to remain collective. There are a good amount of heartwarming scenery, even when it's just two of them in one room. Their choice of words and expression tell a story that their relationship is more than just friends. That coffee cup is blocking their way. It's a nice metaphor, if only they had more time. It's a swell atmosphere that is good enough to warm your heart. But of course, it's Ishida's writing. What was I thinking? And what way to ruin your head with a terrifying ending. Just when Kaneki was about to open the door, it opened by someone else. And holy crap, it's Mitsuki. I was drawn to the setting that despite that urgent news, it felt home. Even Toka reflects that leaving Red feels rather sad. Now we have Mitsuki to stir a fire that I just remember something. We have to wait 2 weeks. It's Golden Week next week. Why? The chapter sucks you into their environment of fun and tendency of two characters that subtly show their love. They may not express it romantically, visibly that is, but it's a step closer to their bond to evolve further. Sadly, the more you're into it, the more it terrifies you that something can go wrong, and the end justifies that claim. 2 weeks of waiting will be hard, but whatever you do, don't lose your head over it. I'm giving this chapter a 9. That cliffhanger really got me, and holy crap, I don't know what to expect. We got 2 weeks of waiting, so here goes that part. This sucks. What are your thoughts of this chapter? Do you see death flags around Toka? Because I'm not going to lie, I kind of see that, and that scares me. Scares the shit out of me, actually. It could go that way, or it could go another way. I'm kind of hoping, if anything, they could just take Mitsuki in and just keep her in a cage or something, because she's out of control. And this is the worst case scenario, because it could go a lot of different ways. Killing Mitsuki would destroy the bond between Q Squad and Kaneki, and I know he doesn't want to do that. Toka has the potential to end Mitsuki, so that could cause a huge commotion as well. Now Mitsuki could end up killing Toka or heavily wounded her. Hard to wait for the next chapter. What can you do? I do have a special video that's coming up very soon. It's a different topic entirely, but hopefully it will compel you enough to think about some other things of the series. Hopefully you enjoy that. It will come very soon. And that will do it for today's review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.